You install two pumps and expect double performance, but sometimes you get unstable flow, vibration, or even failure. Why? Because how you connect pumps completely changes system behavior. In this video, I will explain parallel and series pump operation like a real engineer. Slide 1. Core concept. The most important rule is this: parallel pumps increase flow, series pumps increase pressure. Everything in design, control, and troubleshooting comes from this simple principle. Why use multiple pumps? In real plants, we use multiple pumps for flexibility and reliability. We can match varying demand, provide backup in case of failure, improve energy efficiency, and allow maintenance without shutdown. This is why multi-pump systems are widely used in refineries and utilities. Slide 3. Parallel operation. In parallel configuration, multiple pumps discharge into a common header. The flow from each pump combines, increasing total flow capacity. However, the pressure remains approximately the same. This is ideal when the process requires higher flow at similar pressure. Slide 4. Parallel applications. Parallel pumps are used in cooling water systems, firewater systems, utility distribution, and circulation loops. These systems require large flow rates rather than high pressure. Slide 5. Series operation. In series configuration, the discharge of one pump becomes the suction of the next. Each pump adds pressure to the fluid, so total head increases while flow remains almost the same. This is used when very high pressure is required. Slide 6. Series applications. Series pumps are used in boiler feed systems, high-pressure injection, and long pipelines. These applications require high pressure to overcome resistance. Slide 7. Parallel interaction. When pumps operate in parallel, they interact with each other. If pumps are not identical, one pump may take more load than the other. At low flow, instability can occur, causing oscillations and vibration. There is also a risk of reverse flow if one pump stops. Slide 8. Series challenges. In series operation, special care is required. The second pump must have sufficient NPSH available. Also, combined pressure may exceed system limits. Proper pressure relief and interlocks are required. Slide 9. Parallel control. In parallel systems, pumps are controlled using staging logic. A second pump starts when demand increases or pressure drops. It stops when demand decreases. Variable frequency drives can also be used for efficient control. Slide 10. Series control. In series systems, pumps usually operate together. Control is achieved using speed control, throttling valves, or bypass lines. Both pumps must work as a coordinated system. Slide 11. Staging logic. In parallel systems, proper start and stop logic is critical. Pumps start when demand exceeds capacity and stop when demand reduces. Lead lag control ensures equal usage of pumps and improves reliability. Slide 12. Check valves. Check valves are essential in parallel systems. They prevent reverse flow when one pump stops. Without them, reverse rotation and damage can occur. This is a critical safety requirement. Slide 13. Common problems. Some common issues include rapid cycling, unbalanced loading, flow oscillation, and vibration at low demand. These problems usually occur due to poor design or incorrect control settings. Slide 14. Design best practices. For parallel systems, always use identical pumps for stable operation. Ensure proper minimum flow protection. For series systems, verify NPSH and pressure limits. Always check system curve interaction. Slide 15. Interview gold line. Remember this key line: parallel pumps meet flow demand. Series pumps meet pressure demand. If you say this clearly in interviews, it shows strong understanding. If you want to become a strong pump engineer, you must understand system behavior, not just individual equipment. Like this video, subscribe for deep engineering knowledge, and comment pump system if you want more real case studies. See you in the next video.